Bro, I'm feeling like a freaking animal. Animal. You see this? Savage. Straight up animal. You see this? Savage. Straight up animal. You see this? Crazy. Straight up animal. You see this? And the punk. Straight up animal. You see this? Power of God. Animal. You see this? Power of piss. Straight up animal. You see this? Crazy. Straight up animal. You see this? And the punk. Straight up animal.
Whoa, what up? What up? It's Garage Gym Homie. And today, we are reviewing Apollon Nutrition Mediocre. Is it worth it? Before we get into this here, please click the subscribe button. I got content coming out all the dang time for you, homie. So click subscribe and let's get into this. God bless all of you, man. I hope you're feeling amazing, living from your heart, man, staying out of the noisy head. Things are going to come up, man. Fear, resentment, selfishness, dishonesty. Remember, GGH told you this. When we get angry, I get angry too, man. I'm telling you things I need to reinforce within myself. It's always backed by fear. The only reason to be angry is if we're scared of something. So always take it a step further. When we're angry, when we're pissed off, when we're enraged, and say, what am I scared of right now? Why am I angry? Because I'm scared of something, and deal with the fear. Always take it to the next step. You ask God, God, please remove my fear and direct my attention to what you would have me be. Your will be done, God, not my will. You know, my will is me running the streets of LA, meeting up Hector on La Brea, shooting dope in my arm. God's will is for me to be here, man, talking about God, helping addicts and alcoholics, pumping this freaking iron, homie, becoming a strong, driven dude. Now let's get into this, homie. Quit monkeying around, son. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you, that heat adds a whole nother layer to the high. I'm like chasing the dragon, homie. That heat, 95-degree garage, man. 95-degree weather. No, 92. I don't want to be dishonest. 92 degrees in Michigan. That garage ain't no punk, homie. It adds a whole nother layer. I love it, man. Just depletes you of all that excess water, man. Whether it really gets you more ripped or not, I don't know, but in my head, it sure feels like it does. Just gets, and it must get the heart rate up more. So look, man, this here is the Robic edition. Hardcore premium pre-workout with NO3T nitrate technology, homie. You didn't even know about this technology, man. This is a peach mango flavor. This is a fat tub right here, man. Look at that. Nice design. Peach mango. I just want to say, it was a very enjoyable flavor, and it was very light on the stomach too. I noticed, you know, you could see a lot of really loaded serving sizes, but if the flavor's kind of light, it seems that those really heavy flavored pre-workouts where they're like super sweet, those seem to cause more bloating. I don't know if the sucralose causes bloating, all that flavoring. This was really light. It was nice and light on the stomach, surprisingly, man. So I really liked it. Really solid, fine flavor, man. Very light, very enjoyable, almost refreshing. No, it was refreshing, homie. Let's get down to business. So this is quite an intimidating label, man. And we're going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you, the experience did not line up with the label. Sometimes I say that, man. Sometimes I'm thrown off. And look, man, 1 scoop, 32 grams, and a level scoop for me, I want to say was like 28 grams, but I didn't really pack it down that tight. It could have been on point if I really packed it down, but a level scoop for me was like 28 grams. So you want to, dude, use your scale for this, man. Don't be a cheap son. You'll spend thousands of dollars, man, on every new freaking pre-workout, but won't spend 12 bucks on a kitchen scale. It's shameful, homie. All right, man, let's get down to business. You get 20 servings in a container. Even at a half scoop, though, this is a true regular use pre that you could use, man. Like, really. At the 1 scoop, it's 300 milligrams of caffeine. really nice. So look, man, this is what, and man, at one scoop, it's a freaking nice regular use pre. Here we go. So, I mean, at a half a scoop. And I wanted to take I got a stim break coming up after this weekend. I wanted to get this in before the stim break because after the stim break, I did not want to take 600 milligrams of caffeine. I would have felt way more guilty than I do. Right now, I'm getting it in because of the break coming. I'm like, bring on the stims, homie. I'll take them because I got the break coming up. You know how our heads are crazy. Citrulline, pure citrulline, 10 gram for the pumps. Beta-alanine, 6.4 grams. I just saw that, 6.4 grams. I told Apollon, homie, I said, hey, man, you got to feel the betas to be an alpha, so they gave us double dose there. Arginine nitrate is NO3T, 4,200 milligrams, man. We like those nitrates. That gives me, in my experience, the nitrates give me that, that tight vascular pump, man, where I can maintain my tight look and still look crazy with the vascularity. Not so much a pump you feel like that glycerol swole freaking wet pump. It's that dry freaking vascular hitter that I noticed. Betaine anhydrous, 3 grams, man. That's for the power output. Gonna make you a strong alpha male driven dude, iron pumper, homie. A guy who, strong men rely on their creator, homie, and they don't apologize for freaking relying on their creator. Weak people look at freaking spirituality as weak. Oh, you got the willpower. Shut your mouth, homie. You don't know nothing, man. I rely on God for my power, and I'm not ashamed of that. That's a betaine, homie. Makes you a strong dude. Tyrosine, 3 grams. Whopping dose. Alpha GPC, homie. That gets you focused in, dialed in, thinking about the weights, forgetting about your Tinder dates, homie. Left swipes on you all day, right swipes on GGH, son. I got back on Tinder last night. Countless right swipes, homie. Yeah, Stephanie, what you gonna say? Get out of here with that, homie. I got the right swipes coming. You can't hold me back. Just kidding. No Tinder for me, man. Stuff is toxic. Himalayan pink salt, 500 milligrams. That's for some more pumps, some muscle contraction, some hydration. And it also gives you some electrolytes, man. We like that. Caffeine anhydrous, 300 milligrams. Then you got caffeine citrate, fast-acting caffeine. That gives you 150 milligrams. So far we're at 450. Then you got dicaffeine malate, 200 milligrams. So 3 sources of caffeine that yields 75. So that gives you another 150. So total is 600, man, from 3 sources. That is probably the highest amount I've ever taken, I would guess, in a pre-workout at one time. I mean, I'm sure there's other pre's I've had by Apollon that are equal to that. I don't know. After the yield, that's a lot of caffeine. And estrogen, 50 milligrams. Alpha Yo, 2 milligrams, man. I love that Alpha Yo at 2 milligrams. Homie! All right, man, this is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say about this. Homie, I took the drink, man. I came down to the dance floor. It was time for some serious iron pumping, man. I didn't know what to expect with this, man. I really didn't. I didn't know if I would puke. No, I knew I wouldn't puke. I didn't know if it would be smooth. I didn't know if it would be hard-hitting. I didn't know if I'd be higher than giraffe vagina. I really was not able to look at this label and make any assumptions, man. So I took the drink, that peach mango hitter. I came down. So look, man, this was very interesting, man. This boy was freaking nice. Really nice pre. Very, very smooth builder, man. This was a very smooth builder. As far as high stim Apollon pre's, this is probably the smoothest that I've had, man. And that's a good thing, man. This was good. It didn't, the 600 milligrams of caffeine, I do have some guilt from taking it. You know, anything more than 400 for me, I get kind of a guilty feeling. I don't shy away from it for the reviews and stuff, and I enjoy using them. Certainly it was freaking enjoyable, but there's a guilty feeling because I'm a supplement reviewer. So for me, it's important to keep my tolerance low because once you get used to 600, you know, everything falls short. And it's like praying for 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes. After you pray for less, you feel like you're cheating God, homie, and yourself, man. So anyway, no, but for real, the pumps were the first thing I freaking noticed on this. These boys kick in quickly. I had extraterrestrial vascularity out the wazoo, all from here up around here, all the way around and back down to here. The pumps were the first thing I noticed, surprisingly, and I very rarely say that. Those nitrates must freaking pump through my system quickly, man. I just noticed vascularity that was not coming from, normal vascularity, man. There was definitely freaking effective, and that citrulline and all that comes together, and you have sick pumps. It took every bit of 15 minutes before the beta tingles came in, man. It did not feel like 6.4 beta. Maybe that's because I'm oversaturated. Maybe because the serving size is so big. There's a lot going on, whatever it is. I really like the label because besides the 600 milligrams of the caffeine, it's not an unhealthy label. Like, it's a very, like, if you want a high stim pre without the illicit stimulants and all the crazy, Araya, Juglans, this is a freaking awesome option because you're pretty much, for stimulants, getting caffeine and alpha-yo. What more could a man want besides caffeine and alpha-yo? So look, the betas come in 15 minutes after taking it, and you're like, okay, the first 20 minutes are very uneventful on this. I mean, you feel some energy come in, starts building. 20 minutes to 30 minutes where the betas start hitting is where you start feeling the energy really start to build on it. And then 30 minutes in, that's when the high comes in, man. That's when the alpha-yo starts shining, taking the front seat. And it's not crazy alpha-yo. Like, nothing in this gives you negative side effects or anything like that. Like, everything, like, forget the label. If I didn't look at the label, I would say this felt like 400 milligrams of caffeine, which is really good news. There's no death, no survival mode, no excessive heart rate. It's a smooth builder the whole entire time from 30 minutes where the head high starts kicking in. And then you're like, all right, man, now I'm in training mode. Like, because I take the drink and I get right down to the dance floor and start pumping, like within 5 minutes. I like feeling it building as I'm training. I'm just into that. And then I like having the long-lasting, productive energy after the workout. I don't even care if it peaks, when I'm pretty much done training. My training comes from here, homie. I don't rely on these anyway. So I would say the pumps are freaking insanely nasty. I mean, anything you hit, do not add anything to this except your 5 grams of creatine, which is what I added. Anything else, man, is overkill. And in my opinion, it's just they're giving you everything you need. So yeah, so it's there's nothing to be scared of with this, like, which is great news, man. There's no death, there's no survival mode. 30 minutes in, you start feeling the nootropic alpha-yo head high mixed with the caffeine. I'm sure the alpha GPC, all that. There's a very nice alpha-yo nootropic buzz, which gives you pretty aggressive energy, like stim junkie, regular use kind of energy. You're not like stimmed out of your mind. It's just a very nice ride, smooth builder where that alpha-yo just comes in perfectly at the 30-minute mark and kind of takes over. And then you have that whole nother layer of alpha-yo-iness, homie. Put some hair on your dang chest, son. And, and it just starts building, and it's a very nice nootropic pre-workout. I would argue, and I like to argue, homie, so we could argue mano-y-mano, son, that the nootropic mental energy is even stronger than the physical energy on this, which is what surprised me, because you see 600 milligrams of caffeine and 2 milligrams of alpha-yo, and you assume your heart rate's going crazy, but it's not. There's no freaking death feeling or survival or excessive heart rate, but at the same time, you burn a lot of calories because you're very zoned in. The alpha-yo just gives that whole mental a lot of people think alpha-yo just is heart rate. There's a very nootropic aspect with alpha-yo, and I'm sure the betaine and everything, I felt strong on it. I felt driven, but it didn't feel over the top. Like this wasn't, it's not a crazy experience. It's a really positive, motivational, just feel good, mood elevation, nootropic, head high kind of experience. Not over the top in any department, not insane physical energy where you're running around like a maniac, not higher than giraffe vagina, just kind of hits perfectly in every department. With the focus is good, the mood elevation is good, the pumps are savage. That's the beta's okay. Like everything hits just right with that without being too much. But the pumps were freaking the pumps were freaking savage as heck on it. So it's definitely a really nice freaking positive, motivational, you have a high with it. Definitely you have a high with it, but it's not like a mad world where it's like super euphoric or anything. It's just a nice alpha yo caffeine. It's a great pre-workout if you want like a high stim pre with sick pumps, the whole package, and no negative side effects and no other stims besides caffeine and alpha yo. And the caffeine and alpha yo come together just right at 30 minutes and build from 30 to 60 minutes. And really, I mean, nothing to be scared of, and just has this feel-good, nootropic energy. I thought it was nice. It's different than any other Apollon pre I've had because, like, the Time Cop, the Assassin, they're all, like, super over the top, you know, with everything, with the high and the euphoria and everything like this, and the heart rate some people got. This one kind of just hit just right without all the drama and craziness, literally nothing negative about it. So that's what I got. Garage Gym Homies, always going to give it to you straight till the end of the days. I'll link below where to get it if you want it. With a discount code to knock off some big cash, homie, if this is for you. Everything has pros and cons, homie. Don't let the industry fool you. God bless all of you together. Let's get this dang muscle. I'm out.